Okay, back again for more Lego. That's right, we're going to do another Lego set tonight because I'm not quite ready to do crafts. So what are we going to do? We are going to do Star Wars, and this time it's got Mace Windu in it. So I'm kind of excited about this because I've never had a Mace Windu, but I think I mentioned this. I did mention this set a while back, and I do have a General Grievous hidden away somewhere. The one that came with the big wheel vehicle of his. So I've had him before, but not this model, and I don't know where he went. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. I don't think I'm going to get through this in one go. Sorry, I have felt tip pen all over my hand. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's there. It's the perils of my life. Alright. Oh. Not too sure why I'm doing this, but I'm going to. And it's stuck to my finger. And we'll do this one. I should turn it around this way so that you guys can have a good look at what's happening on the box while I put my hand over the... This is way worse than doing it the other way. Alright. So they're having a battle. There's lots of lightsaber action going on here, and this is purple, but it's not the one where his lightsaber would light up. I'm pretty sure you can get Mace Windu with a light up one. It's got two bags, and they're numbered. Well, I don't know if it's got two bags. It's got bags that are numbered, and there are at least two of them, and a reasonably chunky one of these. So I'm going to do bag number one, see how far I get. Oh, horrible stickers. Gross. Get them away. And that's all there is in the box. So I'll have another good look at it. And that's actually the front. So there you go. I got this reasonably cheap. No, I got this really quite cheap, that's right. Unexpectedly so. Not so much crankling because we're going to do one bag at a time. So this, it doesn't seem like it breaks into two separate models, does it? Oh, poor Mace Windu's head. So this is my first Samuel L. Jackson minifigure. So he's in there with like now a little switch. I don't know where that came from. He's like several characters when you think about it. So he's Frozone, which is kind of like you're pushing it. So what I'm talking about is the actor who plays Mace Windu. There's also several other characters, or a couple of other characters. Who have been made into Lego, and that's always exciting. So he's doing reasonably well because he's Mace Windu, he's Nick Fury, and he's Frozone. Look at that purple. That's kind of cool. Like I like that. Of course, it's going to be cool. And he must be in something else. He's in an awful lot of films. Even if it's just like a small, like I think he's like currently like the actor. If you add up all the films that he's in, he's got the highest grossing number of amount of money from films. If you know what I mean, if you get what I mean, like we're gonna build this part and then it's gonna go on the front. Oh, that's his ship. Oh, well, everything's blue. That's a bit confusing. Where'd the box go? Oh, okay. There's actually two ships here. I honestly would not have picked that out. So there are two ships. That one's being chased by this one. Well, that can't be. That honestly can't be right. No. Okay. So we're making this thing, and this thing goes on the front of the ship. Okay. It's not two ships, because that's good, because that would have been bad, because they're both the same colours. And we've done this bit, and we'll pull it over here. So let's go. So I can't think of anything off the top of my head that he's also been in. You think it might be like in a Pixar thing or something. Other than The Incredibles, of course, because I just said that one. He's probably a toy in Toy Story. He's not a toy in Toy Story. I'm sure I would be aware of that fact. He's like one of my favorite actors. You know, he's just cool. Right. And I thought he was pretty cool to see him youngified in Captain Marvel. Though he looks pretty good for his age. Like he doesn't, you know. He's a bit of a Patrick Stewart in the aging category. It might be because he's bald. I think if you just regard people when they're bald all the time, then they don't seem to get old so quickly. Because if you get bald relatively young, maybe there could be an advantage of losing your hair. So, like I guess, I mean, how old is Woody Harrelson? I don't know. So I can't really talk about all these actors because maybe people watching this have no idea who these actors are. I'm looking a bit at this and being a bit confused. So I built all this and I did that. Everything's going well. So that one looks like it goes on top of that one, but it doesn't. It goes to the side like this. And that goes there. And actually Mace Windu was one of the better parts of the prequel trilogy, to be honest. And we're back to the yellow, so we've got a nice yellow one of this. And then that one can go there. What other colours could they have used instead of yellow? There. I mean, they could have used green. You don't get many green ones, and they would have been quite nice. Because the colours are grey, black, red, and yellow, and blue. But you don't get green, and I feel like you know that's not really fair. Like green's good, and there's a whole variety of colours that they could make those actual pieces. So yellow is a little bit bright, but well they make their decisions. So these ones I always think are kind of interesting because they match up. So I don't have any of the other ones, and they're probably in there, but the other style Lego ones have like the holes here don't match up with the holes at the top. So I wish I had one so I don't sound like I'm being completely silly here. But that's always interests me. Strangely, I don't know. Do they actually have ones that are 4 long that have 4 holes in them? Because the other ones that are 4 long have 3 holes on them. I hope that's true, otherwise I'm going to sound really, really silly. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Okay, so we're going to put that one there. And then that one there. Am I actually recording? I am recording. 9 minutes, going well. And this thing is a very simple instruction. I like that. Don't want to complicate things too much. Oh, that's one of those corner pieces that I quite like. Well, where's this piece here? Because this piece is looking very strange. It's not. Oh, well, that was a shame. I thought for a second, you can't see this because it's dark blue, but I thought it was actually a new piece that I'd never seen before. But it's actually the ones that are on the top, two stud length ones, but it's 2 put together. And I was kind of thinking they had a new 2x2 piece that looked like that. But you can't see because it's all blue, and so you can't see the little lines. And that would have been, well, that would have been kind of like, well, they didn't really have to do that. That's the kind of thing that they would build when they've just run out of pieces to build, and they're like, well, we've got to design a new piece for this year, and we've just made all the other pieces, and this would be kind of useful in a very small number of situations. So we can do that now. Now is the time. And one of these little smoothie bits, which are very useful for making cars, or if you want to make a car real quick, you've got to put one of these on the front, that's for sure. Because otherwise, oh, I put my brain not work today. I was going to throw this over there, but then I threw this instead. I bet we've all had that experience. Okay, so I'm going to put that stuff away because that's got nothing to do with what we're doing at the moment. What are we up to now? We are up to another yellow thing. It just looks wrong. Why couldn't they have stuck with the black? Like, was it really? Maybe the cost of the yellow plastic went down, and black's just can't afford it anymore. They're like, we've got to cut down on black because there aren't that many blacks. These 2 are black, and those are black. So they're probably, I don't know. That's a silly thing to say. I'm sure the black ones are like the cheapest of them all. Because they're bound to use black in everything. You don't use yellow in everything. Okay, and then we're up to this bit, and this just goes in there, and that looks like a nice little fit, though there's that little gap there, and I feel like, ooh, not so cool. But it looks like it's a little bird. It's that little bird that's drinking out of the water. And I had one of those once. I'm sure I did. I don't have it anymore. I did. I'm sure. I can't remember. I just suddenly remembered that I did have one at some point. I don't see them in the shop very often. You know what I mean, the little birds that drink water all the time and they just go forever and ever and ever or something like that. Okay, where's this piece? It's right here. Caught out again by the different shades of grey. That's not meant to be a joke about anything. I saw someone make a joke like that recently. What movie did I watch in the last few days? I can't remember. Well, I watched Wreck-It Ralph and I discussed this, and then I watched another movie. Okay, and what am I putting it on for? I don't need to put it on yet. Alright. No, I did watch another movie. What was it? It's like a recent movie and I've forgotten completely. I'm confused by this picture because it's upside down. Alright, this goes on the end. So these are the controls. So that can go in there. I did watch another movie, but I'm not going to mention what that one is because it's not that exciting. Well, it is that exciting, but it doesn't fit in with the theme of the channel. So what was the... I hate it when I forget something that I just watched. It must have been important. Okay, and then this one can go here. Because I just made a joke that was very similar to the joke that I didn't intend to make just a minute ago, but I did. Okay, I hate these ones. They're just like, oh, just look at the top and then it won't. Because it goes all the way around and you never get it in the right way. Right. Okay, so only a few days, till, well, about a week, until Avengers Endgame, and I've got my tickets booked and I'm looking forward to that. And maybe Samuel L. Jackson will be in that film, but maybe he won't be, because he did get, you know, I think it's safe to talk about what happened in the Avengers Infinity War, because we should all know by now. So he got snapped. And so you wouldn't expect him to be in the movie too much. But they seem to be putting out these little TV spots that have like really, really tiny extra bits, which I don't even know they're true. I think I might be watching a YouTube channel which is just making things up for new views. But is there really a trailer where Rocket asks if anyone's been in space before, and if they have not, that they shouldn't throw it? I can't get this off. Oh no. Oh, it's really stuck on. Oh, hold on. It's a much easier way of doing that. Okay, we can think this one out. So this piece here is going on the wrong way. It's going on that way. So it's the little owl corner piece, and it goes like this. So that makes sense. And I don't know what. Oh, this piece here. This piece actually always makes me think this is not real Lego. This is like fake Lego. This is the kind of piece that a fake Lego company would make. It just doesn't look quite like, it makes sense, but it just looks weird. So I don't know. Maybe somebody else has the same sensation when they pick up that piece. They're like, oh, this is a fake Lego piece. Because, you know, you expect to find it on this kind of vehicle. I can't believe that it's still sitting on my desk after all this time. There's a few extra characters sitting on my desk at the moment. Oh no, I've gone and lost Ron's hair. So, here's Ron. Oh no, there's his hair. So Ron's come along. And I'm just going to compare him to Robin, who's still sitting here. And their hair, the facial expression is very similar, is it not? Look at that. That's quite quirky. In fact, it's almost the same. Well, his eyes are lower down, and he has more freckles. You'd think that Ron would have a few freckles, but no, it's Robin who's got all the freckles. I wonder if there's something kind of going on here. Robin and Ron have very similar facial expressions, kind of similar smiles, but there's a thing with the freckles there. I do feel like he should have had more freckles. Has he got no freckles at all? He's got like a little tiny corner thing. I think that's just meant to be a dimple or some sort. I don't remember him being a very dimpled person in the movie. I was planning to rewatch every single movie and read all the books again and get myself into real Harry Potter mode. Just for the fun of it. But I don't think I'm going to. So, I did have the first book just pulled out of my... I have all these books piled up on my stairs. Because I thought that would look cool. Like a cool way of storing books is just to pile them up on the side of your stairs. Inside, internal stairs, not the outside. That would be silly. But then I knocked them all over. So I had to pick them all up. And I'm like, oh look, there's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So I should probably get around to finishing rereading that. Because I'm not a big book rereader, I have to say. I don't normally enjoy it. The only books I reread recently are Moomin Troll books, which I did enjoy reading, but then I haven't read them. So there's my Moomin pen. If you haven't read any Moomin books, I thoroughly recommend you do. Though they are perhaps, I don't know, they just don't get as much recognition as I feel they should. So now we're going to put these ones there. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm not so good on rereading books that I haven't read for 20 or 30 years or something. And so I have read Harry Potter like within 10 years, I think. I don't know when I read Harry Potter. And then this bit goes in there, and we're kind of... That's pretty much it, right? Except I've got this piece here. Where did this one go? What's this piece? Oh, they go on the side. Okay. I thought for a second, oh, score, I've just gone and got myself a free bonus one of these because they added one for funds, but they didn't add one for funds. In fact, they're meant to be. This very serious. It's business-like. It's like, no, those are business things. So how much time have we got? We've got 12 minutes left, so we don't have really enough time. So wait, what's this thing for? We haven't finished it because it's this thing. It's just sitting right here. So it's obviously got to go. And no. So we're going to just skip 2 and 3 because we're not putting any stickers on. Sorry. Like, what are even the stickers? I think I successfully threw them away and lost them. No, I misplaced them because I... Look at that. I'm not putting that on my things. Sorry. They don't even match up with the numbers, do they? That says number 2, and that's number 3, and this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Well, it does have the numbers there, so that makes sense. So I didn't really know this because I've never put the stickers on, and I'm not going to do it. I've never paid attention to the fact that there's numbers on these things and there's numbers there. So that's something I've learnt today, but it's not something that I ever really wanted to learn, and so I don't feel satisfied in any way. But we have now finished bag number 1, and we're going to leave it there. Is that what it looks like? That doesn't look right. It doesn't look as cool as it does in the picture. It feels like it should go down. Oh, it does go down. It does go down further. Alright, I'm like, is it supposed to look like this? It looks rude. That's what we would say once upon a time. Not as people say sad or something like today. People still say rude as to mean it doesn't look very good? Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen anyone doing that recently. I shall say that in front of people who are like children and see if they understand what I mean. But anyway, that's that part done. How does this connect? Oh, it connects. Can't connect with these things because that's pretty weak. You'd feel like there would be a bit at the back here that this thing slots into the front of the other part of the ship. The saucer section for the Star Wars reference. So here's Mace Windu. We'll have a look at Mace Windu. How does Mace Windu compare with Ron Weasley? Because is this Ron Weasley's actual... I've never actually... So, you know, you get these little collector's things. And I haven't quite finished... I never finished the Harry Potter series. I should go get a few more because I'm sure they'll be cheaper now. And I haven't got any more from the Lego Movie series because I think I got all the ones that I really wanted. But I should check that out. I have to say that what I'm going to get is all the Disney series ones. That's for sure. Because I was pretty annoyed last time. This is the Batman one. So I think I would have liked to have got... I can still probably find the places that have these ones. I'd like to have gotten her because that's a pretty cool outfit. And I think I would have liked to have got the Joker with the rubber ducky one. And did I get her with the surfboard? Because she would have been cool. And did I get this Batman? You might as well get all the Batmans. I got her, that's right. We got her last time. And everybody else I could live without. are from this series. So that guy is kind of funky looking. And nobody else really excites me, I have to say. While yawning. I've got that one. No, I did get that one. Okay. And I might have got Robin. Yeah, I think I got Robin. Alright, well anyway, that's not the series that I want. I'm just going to say that the last time they had the Disney ones came out. Alright. We're gonna have the battle of the century. You know what? If Samuel L. Jackson had been in the Harry Potter movies, that would have been cool. He could still be in the Fantastic Beasts series, but it's not going to be the same. Just imagine him doing an English accent. So here he is up against Ron Weasley, and Ron's like, I don't know the spell for this. And he's like, I'm going to say something about Samuel L. Jackson without swearing, so that's a bit hard. But there you go. He's like, I was in the Marvel films. What films are you in? I'm not in any of those films. I'm like in the Warner Brothers films. And he's like, well, I'm Disney through and through. Which is kind of true when you think about it. He's like in every single Disney franchise. He's actually the Infinity Gauntlet of Disney, if you think about it. So he's just got to be in some Fox films, and then he'll be a go. But anyway, that's getting off topic and bizarre. So thanks for watching, Ron. Thanks for watching Samuel L. Jackson. Thanks for watching a broken skeleton jester. And also thanks for watching Robin. And thanks for watching half of this being built. So until next time, bye bye, and all that kind of stuff. And look into reading Moomin books, because it's worth it. It's worth it. I'll bring out a Moomin book next time. Thanks for watching, and bye.